President of the Community College of Rhode Island, and let me tell you how very proud we are tonight to be talking about 50 years of this college, 64,000 alum, and celebrating what is most important, the arts, this evening. Before I begin, just a few brief remarks so that we can get back to the entertainment. I'd like to introduce the mayor of the city of Warwick, who just won by an overwhelming vote, a very dear friend, and the mayor of our great city of Warwick, Scott Evadizian, who wants to say hello to everybody. Scott.
Good evening, everyone, and on behalf of all the people of the city of Warwick, it is important for me to be here tonight to say a great big congratulations to the Community College of Rhode Island on your 50th anniversary. For a couple of reasons. It seems as though throughout my political career, one or two forces keep coming back into play. And as the President and I have talked about numerous times, I got my start in politics working for John Chafee. So it's only appropriate that he was the governor that created the Rhode Island Junior College. The second person that I worked for politically ended up being the first chair of the board of state trustees of state colleges, Lila Sappinsley, who also played an important role in creating the Community College of Rhode Island. So it seems like there's an awful lot of reasons why it is important for me to be here to not only congratulate the President for 50 years of wonderful success here, but for forging a great partnership with the city of Warwick that is all due to his incredible leadership. And when you think about the short tenure that he has had here, his first goal was to redo this theater. And raising $2.8 million is not easy at all. But you see the fruits of all of that work here tonight with the beautiful brand new theater that's going to be rededicated. And that is a big testament to the importance that he places on the performing arts here at the Community College of Rhode Island. So congratulations to everybody. Have a wonderful night and look forward to lots of good events during this 50th anniversary year.
Thank you, Mayor Evadizian. You know, obviously we've had a lot of performances in here, but tonight you were rocked by Rhode Island's own Steve Smith and the Nagets, and I want to thank them sincerely for joining us tonight. You can hear this music 10 blocks from here. Well done. No, thank you for setting the stage for quite an extraordinary evening. We're going to have lots of performing arts this evening, and I think you're all in for a really great treat. As you know, and you've heard many times now, we're celebrating our 50th. So with that, we've been having lots of events across the state, and just last week the governor declared CCRI Day, and across the wonderful state of Rhode Island we had more than 15 cities and towns ring their bells in celebration of our 64,000 alum. Our programs here at the college are well respected, and our students have successfully transferred to outstanding programs at universities around the country. A number of the programs, other alumni have moved on to professional careers. Speaking of alums, tonight we have a number of you here tonight who have probably seen this recently renovated theater, and for those of you who did not see it before, this is quite a difference from what it used to be. As you heard the mayor say, a $2.8 million renovation project. We raised the money ourselves. It did not come from the state. And I'm so pleased that our students and faculty will finally have the performing arts studio that they so well deserve. And tonight, in addition to a full schedule of entertainment, we are rededicating this wonderful venue in honor of one of our state's finest musicians. Hey, Bobby Hackett. Bobby had an amazing career spanning 6 decades. He played with music legends including Glenn Miller, Benny Goodman, the Andrews Sisters, Louis Armstrong, Frank Sinatra, and Tony Bennett. He filled many roles. He was a band leader, a sideman, and a featured soloist. He is widely credited with creating mood music, music for lovers only, for Jackie Gleason. When inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2013, the Rhode Island Music Hall of Fame said, his unique and exquisite tone coupled with his improvisational style gave him an instantly recognizable sound and made him a household name. Tonight, we are honored to welcome several members of Bobby's family, and to help us rededicate this theater in his name, I'd like to welcome to the stage for a ribbon cutting the members of Bobby Hackett's granddaughter who's here, Michelle Fay. Come on, Michelle, come on now. Michelle has with her, we're going to introduce the Hackett family, because I can't tell you how thrilled we are to have this connection back to the Bobby Hackett family. I mean, this is incredible. You know, as you think about this college, 50 years, we dedicated this theater. Lloyd Kaplan is here. Lloyd was the one who made sure that this happened for Bobby. Lloyd, thank you. Bobby's granddaughter, Michelle, her children, Bobby's great-grandchildren, Brian Fay, Valerie, I hope I said this right, Lagunya, Bobby's grandson, Robert Trainer, his wife Kim, their sons, Bobby's great-grandson, Michael, and Bobby's niece, Donna O'Grady. Did I get everybody?
His great-great-grandson.
Oh my God. And his great-great-great-grandson as well. So to the Hackett family, thank you for joining us this evening. This is quite an honor to have you here. And it's wonderful to rededicate this theater. We're going to put a ribbon up, guys, right? So again, it's a wonderful rededication of this theater to a man who so richly deserved and has done so much for music in the state of Rhode Island. So to the Hackett family, thank you very, very much for coming this evening, for being part of this event, to bringing the great-great-grandson. It doesn't get any better than that. So thank you for being here, and know how sincere this college is. Oh, you gonna bring them up? Come on. Bring them up, come on. Do you want to give a speech? So again, it's all wonderful to have you here this evening, and as you sit back and enjoy the performance, let's watch this video about his career.
Bobby Hackett was an incredibly talented individual, and he started his musical education at the age of 8, studying violin. He studied ukulele, banjo, and guitar. He taught himself how to play the cornet. He eventually made his way to New York City, where he hooked up with great Dixieland musicians, including Joe Marsala. In the 30s, he made a recording with the Andrews Sisters. It was a big hit, and in 1938, he was invited to be one of the few guests as a performing musician at the famous Benny Goodman jazz concert at Carnegie Hall. In 1941, he became a guitarist and cornet soloist with the Glenn Miller Band. He would tour eventually with Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong considered him his only equal. In the 1950s, he created essentially the genre of mood music under the aegis of Jackie Gleason. Later on in the 60s, he toured with Tony Bennett. He was playing until his death in 1976.
Greatest pride and deepest pleasure that we welcome you all tonight. We invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents tonight's show. show! Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie a napkin round your neck, shall we provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, why we only live to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all, miss, this is France. And a dinner here is never second best. Go on, unfold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We are guests.
I'm theater coordinator here at CCRI.
And my name is Dr. Audrey Kaiser, and I'm the music program coordinator here at CCRI.
We just wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for coming out. We're so happy to have all of you here to celebrate 50 wonderful years of performing arts here at CCRI.
And none of our hard work means anything without the love and support from all of you, our fabulous audience. So we thank you all for being here this evening, and I guess it's on with the show.
On with the show.
Certainly not. Why would I say such an idiotic thing?
I don't know, sir. You wrote it. It's such a book. It says it. Thank you, sir. That's all I wanted. You made me very happy. God bless you, sir. If I would have known it would be like that, I'd rather not give you a divorce.
She doesn't exist.
You are right. I must miss you. And this way, I'll be sure you won't dine with her.
Oh, you mean you're really coming?
Of course.
I only offered as a joke.
Well, that's too bad. I took you at your word.
You can stay on as long as you'd like, Portia. There's plenty of room, as you well know.
No. One thing about us wasps, we know when to leave. you. Goodbye, and move out smartly. That's us. Oh, look, the least I can do is give you a quick tour of the premises. Come on, I'll show you around. Now, promise me you won't peek in the closets or criticize the wallpaper. Do you like Ralph Lauren and Laura Ashley?
Love her. Hate her.
I don't know why, Charlotte, but I really get a kick out of you.
No, we can't. I've been joking with him about it. I'm telling he's like a blind tennis player. How's that? Missing a ball.
You're getting me again. No matter dry New York, Jew humor.
Yeah. Me and Woody Allen go way back from the settle. Nowadays, my only daughter has abandoned her faith. Think I'm sad. Good night, Mom.
Good night, Mother Greenberg.
Good night, son-in-law Davidson.
Congratulations for the 50th anniversary to CCRI and the rededication of the Bobby Hackett Theater.
5, 6, 7, 8.
My father was an opera singer. He had died when I was 3, so I had the DNA in my blood. But my mother was nice Italian mother, parochial school, said, no, 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 please don't do this.
The only thing I really, truly enjoyed when I was in school was theater, but when you're in public school, you know, aside from after-school activities and stuff, there's no curriculum that's theater.
But she said, if you want to, go to Rhode Island Junior College. And so I did, to explore show business entertainment as a career.
It showed me that I could choose my own path and make a real viable career out of it and have my work be my life's work more than simply my job. And I don't think I would have necessarily discovered that if I hadn't come to school here at CCRI.
I was excited. Really, really, really excited. I was born and raised on Federal Hill, so Promenade Street was right down the block almost. So I used to sashay to school pretty easily. It was almost like an extension of family.
For those of us who don't figure out how to be students, we can come here and learn how to be students. And then by the time we figure out how to be students and how to be practitioners of our craft or our field or our discipline, we get a degree at the end and move on to a nice four-year college, etc. So
the environment was very nurturing and empowering, and we all supported and encouraged one another.
A major part of my experience here as a teacher is re-experiencing what I experienced when I was a student here through the eyes of my students. They go through this process just as I did of getting educated in our art form in a really exciting and lively learning environment.
Michael Romano is the man that I would say mentored me 100% of the way. He did that to everyone, and I think he appreciated how I did gravitate to wanting to learn as much as I could about the craft, but he also taught me about the discipline that you need. I was into musical theater at the time, but he also brought so many other genres to us, and we explored them, and he educated us, empowered us. I love him.
At the beginning of each school year, we do a convocation. We had a nice big number of students this year, and it's always a thrill to watch them come into this big giant theater, especially now that we've had the renovation. I know that this year, quite a few students, when they first walked into the room, had that same expression, that same sort of dumbfounded reaction that I had the first time I walked into the space.
I've played in 1,000-seat theaters before, but this is in the total round, which is an entirely different experience.
Theater in the round is a wonderful way to do theater. It's incredibly three-dimensional. Unlike traditional proscenium, audience on one side, actors on the other. I love the idea of the audience being able to see each other, not just next to each other, but see each other across the theater, see each other's responses.
The fascinating part is being able to divide it into the quadrants. So if you're doing something large, you can fill the place and address people all the way around you. Or you can divide it in half. We've done that before too. And then we've also walled it off, you know, with those portable walls. I've done smaller classical concerts where you want the more intimate setting.
Our technical director, Justin Carroll, and our scenic design professor, Luke Sutherland, have become incredibly inventive at adapting the space through using drapes that they hang and set pieces all designed to corral the action to this part of the big giant room, or to aim the action at this particular part of the room.
So, you know, it's definitely a multi-purpose space.
I also thought it had seen better days when I first saw it. It was still, you know, it was decades after it had initially been built, so it was in a bit of a state of disrepair.
The theater has now got a new floor space, which for large productions like Hello Broadway, which I do in there every June, looks much better. I mean, the whole aesthetic of the place is much more attractive.
After being here as a student and seeing the shape it was in back in the 90s, and then coming back as a teacher and seeing the shape that it was in when I first got a job here, and to see what it's become is amazing. I mean, they've really done a fantastic job in terms of how it looks and feels and works, so that's very exciting.
Back in 1964, when we were still Rhode Island Junior College, the founder of the music department, Arthur Chatfield, approached then-President Dr. William Flanagan, expressing his interest in the possibility of music instruction at the college. At the time, the college was ill-equipped for such a task. However, through Professor Chatfield's tireless efforts, the music department, along with the college, grew to be the second largest institution in the state. The music program is indebted to our late founder for visionary planning that has enabled us to continue to grow and respond to today's needs to educate musicians. Tonight we also salute former music chair Lloyd Kaplan, who I know is here this evening. It is Lloyd Kaplan, under his tenure, that developed jazz studies program in the early 1980s. We are one of the first community colleges to do so, and our many jazz alumni who are performing and teaching around this state and the region testify to the wisdom of Professor Kaplan in promoting that program. Today's music program is in happy partnership with the theater program as the Performing Arts Department. Yay. We were established in the fall of 2010, and Hello Broadway pioneers a fundraiser for the Deborah Griffin Vocal Scholarship in June of 2009. It's an example of students in both music and theater disciplines working together on a professional quality performance project that the Performing Arts Department is proud to offer to the community each and every June. Our graduates through the years are teaching and performing, composing and administrating, recording, and in some cases just enjoying music as a passion alongside a career in perhaps another field. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank all past, present, and future supporters who have made our success possible. And now it is with great personal pride that we bring back tonight the cast and the orchestra of Hello Broadway 2014.
Minute by minute, that's how you win it.
also come with some difficulty due to the fact that we lost a very dear friend, Professor Jeffrey Butterworth, after 23 years of service to our college.
Jeffrey was an artist, a collaborator, a teacher, a mentor, and a friend. And his contribution to the performing arts at CCRI will never, ever be forgotten. This one's for you, Jeffrey, from all of us.
That people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are that. To those who help us most to grow, if we let them, and we help them in return.
Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It will make me that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I've learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart.
And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by the wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a sky bird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. That's when you step in time.
Thank you so much. Please continue to celebrate the arts here at CCRI.
We invite you to join us across in the Great Hall for a big reception. We hope to see you all there.
That's right. Thank you and good night.